Not Tantra as temple rituals, polished for kings, but Tantra as breath, as blood. Kaula Tantra steps forward. It works with blood, with death, with sex, with bones, with the fire of cremation grounds. Without the feminine, the masculine has no life. Neo-Tantra in the West focuses on sexuality. So, in our last video, we were talking about Tantra and how it affects all of us, every human. How it has spread through Assam, all the way to Indonesia. For that matter, it went to Tibet, it went to Hong Kong, even China. It has gone places. But let's bring back to the true essence. How this affects us and the essence of Tantra. What is Kaula Tantra? Kaula Tantra is the root. If Tantra is the science of expansion, Kaula Tantra is the bloodline through which that science was carried in its rawest form. The word Kaula or Kula, which means clan, family, womb, tribe, this is not Tantra as philosophy written in texts, not Tantra as temple rituals polished for kings, but Tantra as breath, as blood, as bone. It is Tantra that lived in clans and households, passed from mother to daughter, from father to son, from master to disciple, through direct initiation, not through scriptures. Kaula Tantra is the underground river, hidden, fierce, primal, that nourished all the visible branches of Tantra without ever being tamed by them. So, what makes Kaula Tantra unique? It is that it does not hide from what the world calls impure, where society recoils. Kaula Tantra steps forward. It works with blood, with death, with sex, with bones, with the fire of cremation grounds, where polite religion builds polished temples. Kaula Tantra sits in the graveyard, chanting amidst ashes. Where mainstream spirituality preaches purity and denial, Kaula Tantra declares that power is found by embracing what is rejected. In this sense, it is the purest and the most fearless stream of Tantra. It knows that the divine is not only in light, but also in shadow. Not only in heaven, but also in flesh. Not only in birth, but also in death. This is why Kaula Tantra has always been deeply tied to the wisdom of the feminine. It's not just the gender here. It is the very principle of Shakti, the force that births, nourishes, and destroys. In Kaula Tantra, the feminine is placed not below the masculine. She is the throne itself. The masculine is the stillness, the presence, the unshakable witness. The feminine is the movement, the energy, the fire that animates the world. Together, they are not opposites, but complements. Without the masculine, the feminine has no container. Without the feminine, the masculine has no life. In the union of two lies the secret of Kaula Tantra. This is why every ritual, whether sexual, protective, or wealth oriented, is about balancing, weaving, and electrifying these two forces into one current. The survival of Kaula Tantra can be seen in fragments across the world today. Even today. In India, it pulses in Kamakhya, where the goddess's menstruation is worshipped openly, a direct challenge to the patriarchal rejection of blood. In Tarapith, it survives in the Aghoris, who meditates amidst cremation fires, embracing death as liberation. In Nepal, it hides in the ritual of shamans, who summons spirits with drum and fire. In Bali, Kaula Tantra is woven into everyday life. The Balian or Balinese shamans still conduct blood offerings, trance possessions, and healing rituals that mirror the ancient Kaula path. The volcanic worship in Mount Batur and Mount Agung is pure Kaula Tantra. Fire as living deity, mountain as body of Shakti, offerings of flowers, blood, and rice as kavacham for the entire community. Even in Java, the old temples of Candi Suku and Candi Seto shows explicit carvings, as we talked in the previous video. Serpents coiling, the sexual union as cosmic initiation. These are all Kaula memories carved into stones. Reminder that the clan once lived this fire without shame. What separates Kaula Tantra from the modern adoptions is its refusal to compromise. Neotantra in the West focuses on sexuality, often divorced from the lineage, depth, or protection. Academic Tantra in universities focuses on text. Stripped of energies, Temple Tantra became ritualistic, sanitized for kings and priests, and the public eye. But Kaula Tantra was never for the public. It was for the initiated. It was for those who wanted sovereignty, not safety. It was for those who were willing to look at blood, at death, at desire, and not run but enter. It was for those who understood that the feminine must be enthroned, not suppressed, and that the masculine must stand as presence, not domination. To understand Kaula Tantra is to understand that nothing is wasted. Sexual energy becomes fuel for magnetism. Death becomes the doorway to freedom. Blood becomes an offering of power. Wealth becomes an expression of sovereignty. protection becomes a living kavacham woven into your aura. This is why Kali Yuga, the age of collapse. Kaula Tantra is not a choice, it is the throne. Because only a lineage forged in blood and fire can guide humanity through blood and fire. And so, when you hear Kaula Tantra, do not think of a new philosophy. Think of an ancient current that was never died. Think of clans in Assam, families in Bengal, shamans in Bali, carvers in Java, mystics in Nepal, all holding fragments of the same truth. Think of the union of masculine and feminine as the eternal engine of life. Think of the raw, unbroken, fearless stream of Tantra that was preserved not for purity but for power. This is Kaula Tantra.